Amber Michelle here again, and today I would just like to I have a brief moment here just to give you an update on where I'm at with my raw food lifestyle and just kind of what I'm doing now, how it's going. So, I'm about a little over 2 months in now that I've been doing raw foods again. I've been back to raw foods. And I feel like it's been gradually just moving more and more towards raw foods. Like in the beginning, when I did the 30-day raw vegan cleanse, it was about, I don't know, like 95% or so raw, meaning that the bulk of my food and the bulk of the food recommended on the cleanse was raw food, but you might still have, like, you know, I know I was using some protein powder and maybe a little bit of condiments here and there, some almond milk or things like that from the store, and then I switched to doing my own almond milk, which I'm still doing now sometimes. I have cut it down a little bit because it was getting to be a little too much, and I personally felt like I might have been overdoing it on that, so I kind of use it when I want something really creamy, or there's just a certain taste that I'm going for. Then I'll still be making my own almond milk. And then I've also been experimenting a lot more with just using coconut water in my smoothies and things like that, along with just a bunch of other fruits, and still using frozen bananas to create kind of that creamy consistency. I have not been using protein powders anymore at this time. Sometimes what I'll do now is use spirulina powder, which is it's just like a superfood. It's actually from algae, but I know that a lot of raw foodists use this and recommend it, and I'll use that sometimes in a smoothie for some extra protein and just for the nutrients that it provides. And then I also try to do a green smoothie at least mostly every day. Occasionally I run out of greens and then I don't do it, but almost every day I have some kind of smoothie, usually with kale or sometimes spinach or something like that, to also help me to meet my protein needs, as well as just all the other nutrients and benefits that the greens provide. Let's see what else. So yeah, I would say right now I'm probably closer to about 98 to 99% raw. Oh, I was also doing Lara bars before, which again, I don't think there's inherently anything wrong with any of these foods. I want to make that clear. If you want to have Lara bars, you want protein, vegan protein powder, or you know, some of these different things, there's nothing wrong with that. This is just me documenting my journey and kind of how I'm taking steps, moving more and more towards a raw food diet and a raw food lifestyle, and how it's going along the journey. But yeah, so I haven't been using Lara bars anymore. I've really been trying to cut out using a lot of anything packaged and just snacking on fruit. If I need a snack, I can always take like some dates with me on the go. Bananas sometimes are a little harder because they can get squished in my book bag, but they can work sometimes. But dates are really good for that, or figs, or sometimes dried fruit. I don't do too much of other dried fruit, but occasionally. Or sometimes if I want something super convenient, there are these Raw Revolution bars that they have at the health food store, and they're basically like a Lara bar sort of, but they're raw. They do have a little bit more ingredients, but it's all raw and organic and vegan, and it's generally nuts and fruit and stuff like that. And then there's one that actually has spirulina added to it. So there's just different ones that you can get, different flavors. They are a tiny bit more expensive, generally speaking, although I have found them in bulk on Thrive Market, so I may just try to come up with about $16, $17 and just get a whole box of them, because it would actually be cheaper, a cheaper price per bar. So, and I don't eat them very often. Like I have 3 right now on my counter that I've had for like the last few weeks, and I had 4, I ate 1, and so I haven't really been using them. But when I'm on the go, or I just need something quick and easy, that can be something to fall back on that I'll use. So that's pretty much what I've been doing now. So I would say I'm about 98 to 99% raw at this time, and it still feels right to me. I've been doing, I got a newer juicer. It's used, but it's a lot newer than the one I had before. One of my yoga students actually had an extra one and was really kind enough to give me that, which is really awesome. So I've been trying to get back into juicing more. So some days I'll have like juice. I've usually been having for breakfast either juice or some kind of melon, and then having a lighter breakfast, and then having a bigger lunch. Like try and make lunch the biggest meal of my day if possible, calorie wise. Having usually some kind of big smoothie, maybe with a side of fruit with it or something like that, just depending on what I'm feeling that day. And then for dinner, usually just having a big green salad with just a ton of greens, some vegetables, usually some cucumber noodles or zucchini noodles, and then dressing. Usually I do have a little bit of fat like avocado and maybe some citrus in my dressing to help me to absorb any fat-soluble vitamins from the greens and veggies. It also helps me feel a little more satisfied. Not every night, but most nights that's what I'll have for dinner. Occasionally I'll still have fruit for dinner or something else, but that's kind of what I've been doing. I just want to give you a little update, but I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just going to leave it at that for today. As always, feel free to let me know if you have any questions, comments. Please like this if you're into it. Check out my other raw food videos, and I have some more videos coming up soon too. I'm going to talk about some of the natural products that I use, and probably get a few more yoga videos out soon, and maybe even some more things about minimalism as well, since people seem to be liking those. So that's it for today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and just take care of yourself, and peace.